guys, welcome back to another episode of Books and Banter. I'm Coral.
I'm Jamie.
And today we're going to do a little bit of nonfiction, something we don't do a lot on this channel, we know. But we're going to cover some true crime books that have come out in the past couple of years that we think would be really interesting. We know that there's a lot of people who are interested in true crime, who do the podcasts, who watch the shows, and there are a lot of great books that we have in the system that we think would be great for you, and a lot of these books are also available in audiobook too. So if you want a real deep dive into some of these cases, or just want to learn a little bit more about different procedures and processes, this is a great starting point. So, as I drop things, I'm back. So, just as a reminder, specifically for this video, we always throw it in all of our videos, we are talking about some really serious content, something we understand this is a heavy topic. So, of course, feel free to watch one of the other videos on our channel, visit with some librarians if this isn't the type of content you're interested in. But we wanted to highlight this because this is a popular genre, and we know people are always looking for recs. So, Jamie, what did you read?
And I do read a lot of true crime, so yeah, it is popular, at least with me. So I read Say Nothing, a true story of murder and memory in Northern Ireland by Patrick Radden Keefe. So this is categorized as true crime, but it's also like a historical book. It starts off talking about the kidnapping of an Irish mother in Belfast in 1972. Her name was Jean McConville, and she was a widow, mother to 10 children, and one night masked intruders came into her home and took her, and her children never see her again. So this happens during the period known as the Troubles, and the book uses her story as kind of as the jumping off point. So Keefe chronicles incidents that happen and really helps you understand that period of time in Ireland. And throughout the book, he jumps back to Jean's story, and gradually you find out what happened to her. So I've heard of the Troubles, and I've heard of the IRA, of course, but I didn't really know much about it. I think the most I really knew is actually from the show Dairy Girls. So I learned a lot. And Keefe he focuses a lot on, there's two sisters that got involved with the IRA as young adults, Dolores and Marion Price. They were involved in a bombing in London in 1973, referred to as the Old Bailey bombing, and so they were imprisoned. But interesting fact to me is that when Dolores got out of prison, she actually married the actor Stephen Ray, who is best known for the movie The Crying Game, for which he was nominated for Best Actor Oscar. So that just kind of a random fact there. Anyway, the whole book was I thought it was really interesting. It kept me engaged. I think if you were a fan of history, particularly Irish history, or even a fan of Dairy Girls, maybe you would enjoy this. If you like books like Killers of the Flower Moon, you would enjoy this. But yeah, I thought it was really, really, really well written and well researched. And it is available in print, e-audio, and e-book on Libby.
Interesting.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. But yeah, so
cool.
Sorry, just had to add that little bit. So.
Well, I read one that does cover a specific case, but it also just kind of covers the research methods and ways that technologies are being improved. I read Lay Them to Rest: On the Road with the Cold Case Investigators Who Identify the Nameless by Laura Norton. Laura is also a podcast host. She hosts The Fall Line and Strange Thing. And she also narrates the audiobook. So if you are an audiobook person or a true crime podcast person, this may be a really good choice if you want to do like a deeper dive. But the topic of this book is really how John and Jane Doe's, the work being done to try to match them with their true identity. And John and Jane Does are just people who are found dead who they aren't sure their true identity. And I actually learned in this book, most John and Jane Does, I think it's only like 30% are like victims of violent crime. The rest are actually just people who may have had a medical, or maybe there's an accident that occurs. So a lot of these people they're trying to match with to find their family. You know, they don't necessarily have a crime to solve. They just really want to put these people to rest and reunite them with their families. But this kind of talks about multiple different processes that investigators, that scientists, that lots of different people kind of use to try, even just like volunteers, even people who are just concerned about these people, how, you know, these databases that they built, and how they really try to match names and deceased. But they use kind of one Jane Doe through the whole book to kind of talk about the process. So they talk about one known as Ina Jane Doe. So that's just the city that this person was found in. And so the podcaster and some scientists, they actually are together, Norton and these scientists, and they actually were driving around the country and in contact with all these people. Like, they were boots on the ground actually doing this. So it's interesting to read because Norton is very involved with the whole process. They're not just reporting on it. I mean, yes, they're doing research and things, but they are there in the room when these things are happening. So they are there, you know, they're recording pieces of it. Like, you are getting full like dialogue that occurs, like you are getting every single detail, which is very interesting. It's very in depth, and it feels like you're there too. Like, it feels like you're a part of this investigation, which I really enjoyed. It's not just like, oh, so and so did this and so and so did this. It's like me and this person did this. Like, I was there the whole time. So that is also really enjoyable to be like, she has a firsthand account of all these things happening. But it's very interesting. You kind of see their highs and lows with them, and they do touch on other cases as well as examples. You'll recognize some of them if you're a true crime person, but it's just interesting to see kind of where this technology and where this research is going. And then they also kind of talk about some of the roadblocks that they run into and kind of just ways for you to be knowledgeable of how things work. But this book is available in print. It's available in Libby as an ebook and in the audiobook. So I definitely recommend checking this one out.
Nice. All right. Well, hopefully these sound interesting to you, and if you would like more reading recommendations, you can check out some of our other videos, or you can ask us. You come to your local library and ask us for recommendations. If you have any topics or genres, themes that you want us to cover in an episode, please reach out and let us know, and we'd be happy to do that. So, all right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.